All right, shalom, shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. We give double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and women who follow. This is the brother Kratazah from the GMS Nebraska camp, coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem. One second. Slovakia. This one being entitled Five Reasons America is a Ticking Time Bomb. And yeah, one second. All right, sorry for that. So, yeah, Lord's Word is edifying. And like I said, five reasons why uh, America is a ticking time bomb. So the first reason, of course, is a picture of a ticking time bomb. We've all seen them in movies like Rush Hour. We should get the concept that that this explosive device could go off at any moment. All right, for any reason. And like I said, I'm just gonna give five. There's a lot more reasons than this, and overall, it was what is edifying. But the first thing I want to go into is the debt clock. All right, we're $36 trillion in debt. 36 trillion, not billion, not million, trillion. You know how long this? How long would it take to count to a trillion? It would take you 31,000 years to count to a trillion. That's how big just 1 trillion is. So times that by 36, and you can see just how long it would take to pay this money back. It's not going to be paid back. All right. This is all part of the greater plan that Esau has. As far as him and his so-called new world order is concerned. His great reset. You're gonna need to push the reset button because you can't pay back $36 trillion. Let's look at the world debt clock because this is a greater problem than just America. The world is in debt. You know, everyone owes this much money. Why does everyone owe this much money? All right, it's because they're dealing in these fiat currencies. What is fiat money? Fiat money is a currency that lacks intrinsic value and is established as a legal tender by government regulations. So because they say this is money, this is money. All right. Since traditionally currencies were backed by some physical commodities such as silver and gold, but fiat money is based on credit worthiness of the issuing government. So now where fiat is to be so. So basically, because if they wanted to say that Crocs are legal tender now, they can say that. And you better have some Crocs if you want to go to the grocery store to buy some food. You have to pay in Crocs. That's exactly what money is. It's the same concept. All right. But because they're so far behind the eight ball, and because there's so much money that's owed, there's gonna have to be a reset. There's gonna have to be some kind of there's gonna be a crash. All right, and with a financial crash, it's let me see. What is the fallout from a major financial the fallout from a major from the AI overview. The fallout from a major financial crisis typically includes a sharp rise in unemployment, plummeting stocks market values, decreased consumer spending, business closures, decline in housing prices, reduced credit availability, and a general loss of confidence in the financial system. It's going to be the Great Depression all over again. It says often leading to a recession with significant economic hardship for individuals and businesses alike, essentially a ripple effect throughout the economy, impacting various sectors of and individuals due to decreased financial stability. Because nevertheless, millions of people lost their jobs and their homes and a large amount of their wealth. Oh, that's probably talking about 2008. Yeah, if you go back and look at that 2008 financial crisis, where 8 million jobs were lost, and unemployment spiked to 10%. That's crazy. That's those are crazy numbers. You know, when the banks who are too big to fail, when they fail, what do? They bailed them out. But it's not going to be any bailout this time around. You're going to have to just wash this whole system and go to a digital currency, all right, which is going to be that MOT to the B. So let's go to the next topic. Um, which the next topic, 2 and 3 are kind of tied together. It says moving forward with new and draconian laws, also upwards of the people. So moving forward with new and more draconian laws and uproars of the people. So this is from the BBC. I believe it's from 5 days ago. Yeah, from 5 days ago. It says what Trump has done since taking power. Donald Trump has started his second week back in the White House with a controversial halt on all federal aid. The funding pause revealed in a memo sent to the government agencies was due to come into force on Tuesday evening, but was stopped by a federal judge at the 11th hour. Also on Tuesday, Trump signed an executive order targeting Transformers medical care for under 19s, for people that's under 19, basically. So he's ruffling a lot of feathers, you know, and it's very polar. It's always polar. You have some people who are for them deporting so-called illegal people. You have people who support um, the so-called illegal people. You have transformers who are angry because he's repealing these laws. The pronouns and all of that, and then you have regular folk who are happy with his judgments according to that. So everything that he is doing is very polar. You're either on one side of the fence or the other. All right, and that's leading to these protests. When you look at these protests, especially with ICE cracking down, this is from Fox News. It says the LA freeway was blocked by anti-deportation protesters in response to Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration. And I'll leave this in the video, but you can see hundreds of people out here, angry. Their loved ones are being persecuted. They're being persecuted. The scripture says, Revelation 12:12. Uh, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein. It's like that dwell there in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And because they know that they have but a short time, he's going to keep sending these orders through. Says his executives, his use of executive orders, both swift and broad, carry the weight of the law, but can be more easily overturned. Some face legal challenges. So, he's been doing government spending, um, defense, immigration, the wall, the birthright citizenship. So you could be born here in America, but if your parents were so-called, illegal, then they can get you up out of here. So like I said, it's very, very polarizing. and all these different groups of people are angry for different reasons. You know, which you know definitely leads to the protests. It leads to let's get this. This is Second Edges 15, and I'll start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hand." So you're gonna have, like right now, this is a what you would call a peaceful protest. Okay, but as the weeks and the months start going by, and more people, start getting booted out, so to speak, and people keep losing their loved ones. Maybe something happens at a rally where somebody is hurt. All it takes is one, and we know that they have agent provocateurs, and we know they do problem reaction solution. So it will be nothing to turn this so-called peaceful protest into a violent riot. They've done it before with the Black Lives Matter and all that other BS. But like I said, everybody is feeling a type of way. All these different groups of people are angry for different reasons. All right, and then you got on top of that, you know, uh, the cost of living. The cost of living is crazy these days. So when you look at it, and this is from September of last year, it says the cost of living has risen 20%. All right, since 2021. You know, that's crazy. So that's a fifth. You know, basically, what you paid for in 2021, if it was $100, it would be $120 now. That's wild. It's just that short period of time. An Alabama retired teacher struggle with rising costs and stagnant pensions. They say they can't plan. They're supposed to be, teaching the youth, teaching the students what they need and bringing up the next generation, and they can't even fucking, sustain their life. So not only are they pressing, what does it say, pressure from above, pressure from below. It says pressure from above refers to stress or demanding coming from a higher authority like a manager or a supervisor, while pressure from below indicates stress coming from those under you, like subordinates, clients, essentially feeling like you're being squeezed between expectations from both sides. But yeah, that's pretty much what the society is. We're being pulled and pushed and prodded in all different kind of directions, you know? So you're not making no money. The laws are changing against your favor. The debt clock is steady going up, steady climbing. All right, the financial future is looking bleak. You can't save no money. You know, you got all this stuff going on at one time. All right, and I didn't even get the precept to go with this. Habakkuk chapter 2 and 6 says, "Shall not all these take up a proverb against him, a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his? How long unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay?" You know, Esau has steadily increased himself, which that was stolen. All right, America was stolen. All right, 95% of this world was stolen. All right, because you had different conquests from different groups of Edomites. You had the Spanish and the Portuguese and the British. All right, and the whatever you want to call them from the Netherlands. You know, but you had all these different expeditions and all these conquests of Africa and North, Central, and South America. All right, the Pacific Islanders and all that. Man, Esau got to pay. All right, but to get back on the subject, the 5 reasons that America's a ticking time bomb. For any one of these reasons, it can go up, and then you add in, the snow. Remember, there was recently a big snow, which is messing with the fruit, the crops down in Florida. And I said that it can help some crops to you know give water and to actually like insulate some of the crops, like in Louisiana. But in Florida, it can be devastating. He says it significantly damaged crops, particularly those citrus trees, you know, and other sensitive vegetation. So it's going to be estimated down by 20%. So guess what that means? Oranges are going up, lemons and limes are going up. All right, eggs are through the fucking roof. You can't get real fucking chicken. you know, there's a recall on potato chips. You know, and then you had these California wildfires burning up everything. It's crazy. But the scriptures say, you know, that Matthew 24:7 says, "For nation shall rise against nation." Even going back to the protest thing, nation is rising against nation because you have these groups of people, angry with each other. It says, "In kingdom against kingdom." We know that he's talking about Mexico and Canada, Greenland having beef with the Netherlands, and that's kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. These so-called natural events, all right, which there's nothing natural about all that snow that fell in the south. There's nothing natural about seeing these palm trees and seeing snow on the ground. All right, this is not natural. Freezing temperatures down here, that's not natural. All right, these California wildfires, you know, this shit is not natural. All right, a lot of this is man made. All right, they're using what's called the HARP machine to manipulate the weather patterns and everything that's going on. Also using these weapons. All right, the concentrated uh, microwave machines. To start these fires, and it's and so you got to deal with this. You got to deal with either fucking damn near a foot of snow in the south while while they're changing the laws, while you got family and people that you love getting deported, while the cost of living is rising, while people houses are burning down and insurance is not paying for them. You know, hey, this place America's a ticking fucking time bomb, man. They're trying to displace the people, put them in these little 15-minute cities, okay, which is an urban planning concept that aims to make daily needs more accessible within a 15-minute walk or a bike ride. All right, basically have everything in one area. All right, and what do they? What would they? They probably wall this city off or restrict access. All right, so anyone in it would need permission to get out of it, or anyone out of it would need permission to get in it. All right, this is the future. This is what they see for you. All right, they don't want you to take that cross country trip. All right, from Spokane, Washington to Jacksonville, Florida. They want you where in your little slice of heaven, slice of their heaven, which would be your hell. Eating your fake 3D printed food. All right, under their indoctrination. All right, with their MOT to the B in your body, man. So, let me see. I think we covered everything. We got the debt clock. We got the uproars of the people. the moving towards new and more draconian laws. We could get a little bit more on that. Let me see. Let me see. Just the Guardian a little bit more. Let's see. All the executive orders Trump has signed so far. Donald Trump has signed dozens of executive orders in his first week back in office, including ending birthright citizenship, pardons for January 6 rioters, withdrawing from Paris Climate Accord. He also signed actions eliminating DEI so they can discriminate against you at your job. Transformerism from the military. Trump promised in his inaugural speech that these orders would amount to a complete restoration of America. They're going to make America what they want to make America. If it's up to them, they would have their kingdom right now. They would have their utopia, their new world order, their great reset. Whatever it is they call it. Seeing amongst themselves. But yeah, migrant detention center at Guantanamo. They'll send your ass to Guantanamo Bay. Since Trump signed an executive order to prepare a huge detention facility at Guantanamo Bay that he said could be used to hold up to 30,000 immigrants deported from the U.S. And don't nobody want to go to Guantanamo Bay. Like I said, gender care. He's reshaping the military. He's starting a process to develop an American Iron Dome. Okay, that's a lesson in itself. I got to tuck that away. But yeah, man. Removing barriers to AI innovation and investing in digital financial assets. Why? Because of this. All right. They got to have a pivot, and that's the pivot. All right. That's the pivot. That AI. When you see digital, you see AI, just think of the CHIP. All right. Because they're going to be one and the same. Ending the birthright. Yeah, so revoking electric vehicles. Just craziness, But like I said, that's all I wanted to get into. And Lord's word, this is edifying. And we give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Karkadash. Give double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and women who follow. Hey, shalom.